Welcome back to another live stream. It's been so long, I know, but I decided to start this one 5 minutes early because I'm like, why not? Why not get it started? We got everything here. Welcome back to another live stream. It's been so long. Okay, that's gonna be really annoying. I decided to start this one 5 minutes early. Hold on, guys. Like, why not? There we go. Okay, no more echo. We're good. We're good. Same Star Convoy. Yeah. Okay, let's get it started. So today we're going to be unboxing Superion, or what is out there at the moment. A recent addition here is this new speaker, of course. So you got that extra lights, all those extra lights for my boring live streams to distract you. But yeah, here we are back with another live stream. I'll start with the deluxes here, these two guys, and then we'll work our way up to Superion, because I mean, it's just Superion here. There's no hiding it. It's a skeleton. I'm not complaining, but you know, it's, if you got this, you basically have Superion. So yeah, we got Menasor here and Optimus Prime for scale reference purposes, and just because Menasor and Superion. So yeah, we'll not waste any time today and just get it started. So I think first we're gonna start off with Slingshot, because he's my lesser favorite of the two based on design, which is all that matters, of course. So yeah, we'll get this guy open. I'm not even gonna bother with that scissors. There we go. Brute strength, guys. All right, we're starting another box pile. We got Star Convoy and then all these guys on top. Great. All right, so first impressions, he's another random deluxe. I don't really have a lot to say about him right now. Kind of weird how they packaged him like half jet form and whatever. But I mean, I get it. It probably saves on space, but just something weird to note. All right. So hopefully these guys are more articulated than Combiner Wars figures, because that would just be sad. And here, I'm guessing we just get like 2 guns or something like that. Not expecting a lot. I miss when accessories were packaged with the figure and not in some random plastic baggie. This is so much more annoying, and you lose half the accessories in there. But yeah, he's got 2 guns, as it seems. So we'll just make him hold those. I don't know if I'll transform these guys until we get to Superion, so we'll just, we'll leave them off to the side next to Prime. Alright, so next up we have Fireflights, I think. Oh, Air Raid. Sorry, guys. All the fans of Air Raid right now are getting real mad at me. Alright. Yeah, see robot mode. I agree. I think it's better to package the robot mode than the vehicle mode. Even though it did look pretty much, well, in some of the old toys, it did look cooler that way. I think this is just the better way with the whole way that boxes are laid out now. Alright, so here's Air Raid, packaged about the same as the other guy. Yeah. I got another Grimlock in my collection today. I found the Earthspark one finally at a decent price in store. So yeah, I was just going through Meijer and I'm like, oh hey, it's that Earthspark Grimlock that I could have got at Walmart like 3 months ago for 10 bucks. Oh well, I guess I'll pay 20. So yeah, he's in my collection now, and just checking off more boxes for the Grimlock shelf that we have going on. One day we'll fill it up. Alright, so yeah, he's got another baggie here. As always, it's taped up way too much. Sorry about that. We didn't have our chill lo-fi gaming whatever music in the background, so If you guys dropped out, I'm sorry that I made it so boring. All right, so 2 guns, maybe 3 guns. Okay, so he's got his dorsal fins or whatever they're called on jets. These just look like they plug in here. Like so. Then you gotta do this out of the box to get them to stand. But yeah, I'm not expecting these guys to have too involved with transformations. Probably your average deluxe type of stuff, not like anything crazy. All right. Sorry if I haven't been checking chat. First pack is 50. Am I gonna use Superion for the Titan War series? We'll find out. We'll find out. Superion is technically, I don't know how I want to word this, but if you watched episode 3, he was taken out by Bruticus. I'm not going to reveal if he's dead or not, because, I mean, 50-50 shot. I could change the story on the fly. But you'll probably not find out about that till later. But yeah, okay, so here is Air Raid, all put together with his 2 guns. I like these 2. They look very G1-esque, and they, I don't know, they're just solid, don't have terrible proportions like a lot of the 86 Constructicons coming out because they were too lazy to change them from the awful Combiner Wars bots. Oh, I love the Combiner Wars Devastator. He's like my holy grail, but I can't deny that he has a ton of issues. All right, so now let's get to the main attraction here. Silverbolt. Menasor is gonna fall over. I've got a upgrade on Menasor. I still have not used him in a video, guys, believe it or not. Menasor has not been in a single video, and I've had him for a year and a half, maybe now, a year, something like that. It's been a while though, but I got him the off-brand DNA upgrade kit, like the bootleg of it for half the price. Didn't have all the things on it, but it was just all the stuff I wanted, like the posable hands, the thigh extenders, and well, now he's got bigger feet. Yeah, and of course, because I was too cheap to find a breakdown, or I just didn't have the energy, we have our terrible customized one. But you guys probably didn't notice. You probably didn't notice until I pointed that out. Because, I mean, it's not... Okay, it's terrible up close, but, like, from a distance, you really can't tell. So I'm okay with it. I'd rather have a breakdown, and I really hope that... Okay, his sword also likes to come loose, too, all the time. Third-party parts are just terrible with QC. But yeah, he's got a pretty decently sized sword. Fixed a lot of the issues I had with the original release of this guy, mainly that sword. Yep, it just loves to fall apart. But yeah, we'll put him back on to the side. It's just really fiddly. Please stand, please. All right, so here's Silverbolt. Should have got it in sword out of the way. All right, so here's Silverbolt. No more distractions. Here's your box art of Superion. What's to come. And the back here, there it is. Okay, yeah, we're 9 minutes in. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good. This is the fastest I've done an unboxing, I think. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep these boxes, so why do I care? Unless, I mean, I get a figure swap somehow from Amazon. And I know this is a terrible way to cut it, but yeah. Scissors are just annoying to use. I didn't get certified with them. Okay, here is what we have. Boom, box. Here is what we have for Silverbolt out of the box. You get himself and his gun. I think that's Superion's. It might be Silverbolt's. I think they give Silverbolt like a sniper rifle. so it's a pretty big gun. And then here's all of his bits to make him form Superion. So I guess we will start with Silverbolt, because yes, and then we'll get him into robot mode so he can be with his friends. Okay. Not gonna be able to get that. Yeah, I totally play like Danger Zone right now and feel like Tom Cruise, but I do like the 2 pennies I get from these live streams. So we are gonna keep that. It's okay, we're not doing it for the money though. Okay, this is not going to come out, is it? That's annoying. I'm gonna have to cut that. Oh boy. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions throughout the stream. I don't know why I stuttered with that, but feel free to ask any questions. I'll try to get to them all, but as always, I never can. But I will try my best. I will try my best. So if you comment something, I'll try to get to it. And that is going to be really annoying to get out. Yeah, it's just so annoying how they package that so it gets stuck in the tail fins. Yeah, that's really stupid. Okay. Yeah, you got to get that out because that's just annoying. Oh, and by the way, I did manage to fix Star Convoy. I did do the fix on him. It only took like 15 minutes, and then I fixed the weird, what's it called? Windshield. I don't know how I was stuck on that. The right side, I think. Yeah, his right windshield is just popped out, or popped in slightly too much. Show the fix. I would if I had him down here. I don't want to go upstairs to get that and leave you guys. That'd be so sad. But yeah, I'll just show it off later in a post or something. Yeah, okay, Silverbolt has way too many random plastic things all over him. And he is a pretty off-white color. Like, I wasn't expecting him to be, like, more of a gray instead of a white. I don't know if the other aerial bots are going to be like that going forward, but it's just kind of weird to have, like, these, like, him being gray and then these guys being, like, a much lighter shade. Basically white. But yeah, here is Silverbolt. Let's see if we can get the nose cone out. Yeah, the gray is pretty disappointing. I don't think I'm going to customize it though, because that's just too much of a pain to do, and it might not even pay off. But yeah, here is his jet. I think it's like a Concorde or something like that. I don't know planes, so correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we'll get him into robot mode. I'm guessing this isn't going to be too difficult because he's literally just lying on his back. Yeah, you just flip some things out. Yeah, look at that. Engineering. And then he has all these gaps, of course. Oh, it is a Concorde. Look at that, guys. Look at me. I know stuff. But yeah, here is Silverbolt's head. Okay. Got a sneak peek at Superion. Ooh boy, I always loved looking at the combiner heads. Oh, when I got torso pieces, like with Onslaught. I remember when I got Onslaught back in like 2016, like a long time ago, back whenever Combiner Wars was out. But I was like, because I had Swindle and then Onslaught, and I never managed to track down the other guys, sadly, so that's just how my Bruticus is. But thankfully, we're getting a new one. Okay. Thankfully, we're getting a new one, so I'll finally be able to have a Bruticus. It's pretty nice. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. I don't know if I just take off Superion's antennas. Yeah, it looks really annoying. Earpiece, yeah. It's these stupid earpieces, the antenna things, they just won't work. I think you got to fold them in, maybe, like flip them up. We'll just leave them off. I'm not dealing with that. I'll deal with that later. It's too annoying. What a shame. Overall, he feels pretty solid. I don't notice any QC issues because We don't need QC issues. We have Star Convoy. That was terrible. Those QC issues. Because Hasbro always does it to their best figures. They always have the QC issues on the best figures. All of them. But yeah, here is Silverbolt. We'll get his guns out. We'll put these earpieces over here, so hopefully we don't lose them. No guarantees, though. We'll probably lose them midstream and throw them away. But yeah, we'll get his guns out and see how they look. Yeah, this looks like... Ow! Ow! Yeah, I just pinched my finger on that. That was not nice. Okay. I am pretty stupid, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. So you just leave that as is, I think. Yeah, there's a handle right here. That flips out. He's got his sniper rifle. Awesome, cool. Here's... Okay, fold it in. Here he is. I want that going. And then his wrist folds in too. Great. This is great. But yeah, here he is with his buddies holding guns. Highway to the danger zone. Oh yeah, Tom Cruise. Awesome. Can't even stand up. Does he have heels? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Look at that. They actually put heels on their figures. They're learning. Heels actually matter. Isn't that crazy? Okay, but here they are. All these little guys put together. And then you got big old Menasor for another scale reference. He's got upgrade kits, so obviously Menasor is going to be larger than he should be. Which means he is slightly going to tower over Superion, but probably only by an inch. It really won't matter. I really hope that they also do an upgrade kit for Superion because, I mean, it'd be easy. I think he shares the same mold. In a lot of places, like the feet are probably the same, so they could easily do that. That was a bad voice crack. Okay, so let's get this guy out. Yeah, I have not taken Motormaster out of combined mode since basically I got him. He's just been stuck as Menasor. I've not messed with him much. As with a lot of my figures, because I'm just too busy with stop motions and stuff. I don't really sit down and mess with figures unless it's like when I get a Titan class. I went full 2-year-old mode yesterday with Star Convoy. I was taking all those pictures of him, making him fight the combiners. Dude, that's the best. Made me feel like I was like 4 again. Okay. Yeah, giant kibble. We're not even going to bother with the battle station form because honestly, who cares? Let's see if we can get this into a giant robot skeleton. Okay, so this looks like his feet. These are his arms. I bet it's not even like remotely... Oh, those ratchets are actually pretty nice. Listen to that. Those are the good ratchets. Good clicks, good clicks. I don't know if Menasor sounds like that. Really is nice to my ears. Yeah, no, Menasor, ew. Gross. Look at that. Okay, maybe outward. Maybe he is the same. I don't know. But that was just gross. Superions are pretty good. Always gotta love those nice ratchets. Yeah, these are so much nicer out. Yeah, we'll get these guys. I'll detach. There's one arm. Second arm. Just set these out. Actually, we can transform these real quick because it's just the same as Menasor. They didn't even bother hiding it. But I mean, I wouldn't try much either because if it works, it works. There we have one arm. I don't even know what this fin is for. You have Victorian. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I always wanted to track down all those old Combiner Wars figures, but they're just too expensive. And it's honestly not worth it anymore just because of how outdated they are. Which kind of sucks, but, you know. Like, if I bought, like, Ruination from Combiner Wars, I'd be happy and all, but, like, what would I do with it? Because those guys are a mess. Like, even Volcanicus. I love Volcanicus to death. Like, he's my favorite combiner of all time because he's just Grimlock. But that figure is just terrible. Even with the upgrade kit, he's just terrible to mess with. He looks cool, but he's not fun to handle. Okay, so it looks a little bit different feet-wise. Yeah, these fold out, stuff like that. The Power of the Primes ones are just as bad as Combiner Wars, if not worse, because they seem a lot more rushed. Like, they were trying a lot harder to get more advanced designs because it wasn't just cars and stuff. Like, the Beast Formers were so much harder to get into combiners that it kind of made all the combiners like Dinobots and Abominus kind of suffer from that because they didn't really... Because they just use the same basic skeleton types as Combiner Wars, so they didn't really change all that much to make it work with Power of the Primes. So they're pretty unstable too. Overall, old combiners, the non-skeleton ones have just not been great. Even Combiner Wars Devastator, he's great as a combiner, but anything else, he's terrible. I would not recommend tracking him down now that the 86 is out. It's cool, but, you know, yeah, Superion just got completely disassembled, crime scene style. But yeah, you just, okay, that you gotta tilt. See, he's already coming into form. Look at that. A lot shorter than Menasor, but yeah, I never realized how much those upgrade kits actually did. But now I know, because otherwise he'd be like right here. That's maybe an inch and a half. Something like that. Okay, so let's get our first Jetbot into jet form because, yeah, Slingshot, if I'm correct, is an arm. So we're just basically going to turn him into a jet and then just split him into halves. So shouldn't be too involved. This way you also get to see all the jet modes too, technically. Not all at the same time, but that's nice. I can say I could re-upload this as a review and just be like, look at this, I'm PvP, guys. Hey, everyone joining in. Order all the 86 Dinobots. Yeah, I really wish I had all the 86 Dinobots. Right now, I still only have Grimlock. I never bothered getting the others because I'm like, if I get one of them, I'm going to want to get all of them. Like, I don't want to dip my toes into that anymore. Grimlock is Grimlock, so I'm not going to argue with getting Grimlock. But yeah, hopefully with the reissues, I'll be able to track them all down. But we'll see. I don't know if my wallet really wants to do that. Yeah. Slingshot does not feel that complicated. Kind of as I expected. Selling them all in box for 200. That's really good. Awesome friend you got. How do I... Okay, these go upward. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, this is not very aerodynamic, guys. I took physics class. I know this stuff. I'm a physicist, I think. This would not fly, guys. Okay, how can I tilt this around? There we go. That'll look a lot better. Now he doesn't have... And he has a landing gear on his head. That's kind of nice. Harrier. Sorry, guys. I guess I just don't know my plans. But yeah, look at that. How would this work? Look at that. All that drag. This would not work as a real jet, guys. As they're giant robots, we need to think about that. Okay. So, we'll get Air Raid. That's his name. Air Raid, all transformed up, and then we'll throw him into the combiners. Okay, so he'll be a leg. I don't know how that's going to work out as Superion. I know with the cars, it was just like, I mean, look at this. This is just nothing. You just fold up the front and call it a day. I'm guessing he's going to be a little more involved than that. But yeah, we'll tilt the head around just because we do not want to see that. Okay, maybe this is how it goes. Maybe. Lost a piece on Slingshot. That's pretty rough. Yeah, losing parts on figures is awful. Like, I'm still looking for my last night barricades baton. I bet it got thrown away years ago, but one day I'm confident that it'll come back. I'm surprised we have not gotten an ad yet. That's pretty crazy. 20 minutes of ad-free music. YouTube, I don't have premium anymore. Can't be letting me have that. I don't know if we're going to put him into jet mode, to be honest, because, I mean, it looks like this is where he goes on the leg. Maybe. Okay, so this should just tab in. I don't know what the difficulty is here. These fold out. Okay, so that just slides in like that. Nice. Cool. Okay, so, and his head's gonna get in the way. So, I don't know what to do here. TVG, mistransform these. Guys, I don't use instructions, okay? I do it as is because I don't know. Okay, actually, these hands fold in. Come on, it looks like a jet. It's fine. That's gotta be right, guys. Where does this go? Kind of looks like... No, that wouldn't work. I don't think this comes... No, it doesn't. Does it? This Autobot insignia thing is throwing me off. That looks like it... Yeah, that looks like it comes out somehow. No, it wouldn't though. What? Yeah, I agree with the jet modes. I mean, well, actually, Slingshot is not looking that bad. But Silverbolt always just looks like he's lying down. Oh, okay, I'm stupid. So I didn't have to do anything. I just had to leave it as is. All right, well, here we got our jet boys. I'm not going to retransform Silverbolt. That's just too annoying. But yeah, let's get these guys into leg and hand form. So that looks like a leg to me. I'm going to call it good. Air raid, I think, goes on this side, I think. I'm not going to look at instructions. I'm a true Transformers fan, guys. I know how this works. Okay, so this, what triggers the button here is what I need to know. Okay, so this is how it gets triggered. So if we just plug this in right here, like so, that'll work. Okay. And I'm guessing fold these back. Wrong leg. Oh, I thought I knew what I was doing. Okay, yeah, that's right. Because how I was thinking about it was, wait, is it wrong? Because Silverbolt or Slingshot, I think, goes on this side, and I know they gave us opposites. Because Alpha Bravo replaces Slingshot. Look at this math. This is bro math right here. So Alpha Bravo replaces Slingshot, and Alpha Bravo was on this side, I think. So Slingshot should be on this side. Therefore, this guy's on the opposite, and boom, I had it right, guys. Look at that, bro math. I'm going to check, just in case. Oh. Right? Maybe? Maybe not. Yeah, no, I think Oh, maybe they're on the same side. Never mind. I thought you were a real Transformers fan. Okay. So correct leg. I think I was wrong on Slingshot, though. That was a bad voice crack. Do not let me speak anymore. Okay. But yeah. Slingshot should just fit on here, right? Yeah, because I swear he was on the other side, but I don't know. Because this box is confusing me, because it's like, oh, Slingshot. Here, let me show you guys this. this confusing box right here. It's like, oh, Slingshot, and it's like pointing at this side, right? And then it's pointing at this side for air raid. But like, I feel like Alpha Bravo was over here, so Slingshot should also be over here, but maybe I'm wrong on that. No, we're gonna do what we do. It doesn't matter. Why does any of this matter? He's not even gonna be complete, so why do I care? Alright, so to split them in half, I'm guessing we gotta fold this back up. And then it should just have like some kind of tab that'll push out the button. I think. Just like Menasor. Like it has some kind of weird automorph gimmick, but it's actually pretty cool. So yeah, you plug this in like that, and then if all goes according to plan, I shouldn't split them in half, and he should just fold out. Okay, well, it's not looking good. Yeah, maybe I was wrong. I'm not gonna split them in half. I almost did this to my 07 Ratchet back in the day. That was the original almost split it in half moment. Well, no, it should just, because that is plugged in. Right? Okay, this is scary. This is actually scary. I don't know. How do I do this? All right, I think we're gonna go with the old-fashioned way of just grabbing a toothpick, or in this case, him. See, okay, it doesn't even fit. Thanks, I was gonna say that they finally had a use for Superion's antennas, but no, I guess not. We're gonna grab this disgusting, covered in paint, well, actually, used to be covered in paint Q-tip. That is actually way too disgusting. Do I have a good toothpick down here? Maybe I do. No, but I got a Q-tip right here. This will work, guys. All right, so like so, press the button, and he should separate. Boom! Look at that, ingenuity. I'm so smart, guys. Look at me. It'd be funny if this wasn't supposed to come off, and I just like ripped him in half. That'd be awesome. Okay, so this just plugs in like that. There we go. And this will just plug in like that. Alright, well, we got a lot of Superion done, and I put him on the wrong arm. I take back what I said about being smart. Thanks, Super Gamer. Appreciate it. Yep. Alright. Let's get to Silverbolt. Now, I know this is going to take me 40 hours because I refuse to do instructions, and Menasor took me 40 hours to figure out. So we're going to be here for a while. Alright, well, first we got to get Superion's head out, of course. Alright, now we're already stuck, so we're going to put these antennas back in. Is that warped? I was gonna say, is that warped? Because that would be terrible. Where is the other one? There it is. Surprised I did not lose them. Boom. Alright. We can just leave them like this. I think that's good. Thank you, Phoenix, for showing up. I appreciate it. Okay. So we'll fold these back in, because I'm assuming that's what you got to do. Hopefully Silverbolt is easier than Motor Master, because it kind of seems like that's going to be the case. Now, will this tab in, or will it not? It probably won't. Yeah, it doesn't look like it wants to. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Tabbed in. Cool. These will just fold out again. Will these flip out? Maybe. Hopefully. No, these go down like that. Oh, and this is where the arm attaches. It's just like Menasor. So do that. these just go over that to give more red on the chest. I don't know why, because this is all just gonna get covered up, but you know, cool. How'd I do that on the other side? Oh, so there he has double jointed knees, so that's how that works. Then these can just look at that. I figured it out in like 5 minutes, guys. I'm a genius. Okay, so we're just gonna take this and plug it in. And plug it in. I do not know where to put this in. Okay, so these tabs should line up, but he's also got all this garbage on his back, so we gotta take care of that, and his antenna fell off. Great. I love tolerance. Okay, so we're back here. This hopefully just folds up because it looks like it's on a double joint like that. Double joint, so it should just come on. There we go. So that'll raise it up. I think that's how I'm supposed to do it because now it gives him clearance there. I should get this on camera. So now it should work. Maybe. Yeah, and then he has a, it's going to be hard to show, but there is a port behind his fin, like right there. And then there's a little post or whatever you want to call it, tab thing. That'll go right there, and then that tabs in, and then everything else should line up decently. Let me get this on camera. I cannot get this on camera because it's going to be really annoying. Alright, that's the best I can do. But yeah, basically everything should just line up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then yeah. Okay. So now we can just have everything in. Everything's clear. Then we got this on the back. I don't know what we do with the cab section here. Well, what do you call the front of the plane actually? I don't know. Boom. Like that. Okay, so now he can stand, kind of, sort of, because he does not have very good heels, of course. Yeah, his heels are worse than Manosaur's by far. I got the upgrade kit, which gives him a little bit more, but not like a crazy difference in heels. But yeah, Silverbolt's heels, or Superion's heels, are not great. So that'll be a little annoying too, because he's going to be so much more back heavy due to these guys. The knees on mine, okay, so it seems pretty loose, but that's also probably because these fold in, which is really annoying that they did that, but whatever. Oh, so it fixes itself whenever something else is plugged in. So then the knees are pretty good. I mean, it looks like it can hold pretty good, so I'm not gonna, I think mine, the knee joints are pretty good on mine. All right, so we got that all put together. Let's put these arms on. So unfold this one. Yeah, folding in is just more articulation. Yep. That's the only reason why some Hasbro figures have ab crunches. All right, so this should just slide right in. Maybe it has to be upside, no, it can't be upside down. Okay, so this, as I said, look at that. They still have trailer pieces on them. That's kind of funny. They did not check that out. Please work, please. Okay, you just gotta go inward more with that. And then you can take our real arm here with Slingshot. Why won't this tab in? This looks alright. I don't know why it's not working. Hold on. should just tab in. Like, I don't see what's blocking it. There we go. Boom. Can fold these arms in, I think. Does that look better or worse? I think it looks better like this. Okay. So we got Superion's arm here. Can put that right on. And now he is extremely heavy on this side. And has nothing on this side. Poor Superion. I think Amazon listed the other aerial bots as being released sometime this fall. So it shouldn't be too long before I can complete Superion. Let's see if I can get a better shot of that. There we go. That's slightly better. Yeah, I don't know why it's lagging. I don't know if that's on my end or yours. Hopefully it won't be on mine, because I think everything should be working today. But yeah, we got Superion here. Let's see how he looks with Optimus Prime, because so far Superion looks pretty freaking good. Here is Optimus Prime with Superion. He's about up to the crotch, for lack of a better measurement. Let's get Menasor in here. Here is Menasor, who is about 1.5 inches, is what I think it is. Higher than he should be, thanks to my upgrade kit. So you can see how that looks. These guys are going to be great when I can get the upgrade kit for Superion. Hopefully they do another KO. But yeah, here they are. Yeah, I think customizing Superion would not be a terrible idea, because look at that. I don't think in the G1 show he was gray. I think he was white, but I haven't seen G1 in a solid couple of years, so I could be totally off on that. But to my knowledge, I swear he was white instead of gray. And then I think on his faceplate, I think it was like a darker gray, almost black, instead of this really light metallic gray. But I don't know, I kind of like this more for Superion. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think they're probably going to do another... Like, Silverbolt is probably going to get a repack. I think he's in Skybound, too, so they might do that through Skybound to get that to work. I could see that happening, sadly. Yeah, it's a little annoying that he's gray instead of white, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It still is pretty close, but it's just kind of an eyesore when you look at this compared to this. And this is supposed to be the same color, because this is supposed to be his arm that's made up of Slingshot. So I don't know. It's annoying, but you can't really do much about it. Let's see now, because Scramble City is a thing, how that'll work out. But actually, before we do that, we'll get his gun put together like that. Superion's giant gun. Do you think they would do a Predaking? Yeah, I totally think they'll do a Predaking at some point. Predaking is in my top 5 favorite combiners, and I really hope he gets done right. I really wish I got the Power of the Primes one, but I mean, it's crazy expensive now. And I know for a fact they're going to redo him because, I mean, why wouldn't they? Predaking is awesome. He's got the giant wings, the giant sword. There's just so much possibility. But yeah, here is Superion's gun. Here is Superion holding his gun. Look at that. Cool, awesome, wow. Look at that. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, so we can Scramble City, of course. Like, we could take these arms off and replace those, or I want to see if this works. I want to see if we can take dead end right here without taking the whole arm. Just take dead end, right? We got dead end. And just plug them into Silverbolt and see if that works. It might not, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. That would be really annoying, though, for all the Alpha Bravo fans, because if you want to make Alpha Bravo out of Vortex, you'd kind of need this to work. But it looks like it will. It looks about right. Maybe? It might be slightly off. They might have slightly changed it so you can't do that. Oh, yeah, totally. Okay, so you can't do that. That's a no-go. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. So yeah, you can't, or at least with Dead End that didn't work. I don't know why, but you can't just take an arm from, or just a deluxe from another figure and slap it onto the commander and make that work. That's pretty annoying, honestly, because I don't know how Alpha Bravo is going to turn out then. Or maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough, but it looked like all the ports were there and all the tabs, but it was like this. I think Silverbolt here has like everything farther apart. Everything's more spread out, like here and here, like by a centimeter more than Motormaster. So it's close, but I don't think it works. So yeah, that sadly does not work, but let's try out what I know will work once I can get Dead End split again. Okay, I don't think the old-fashioned way is going to work here. So let's see if we can do it as intended. Boom. This is how it's supposed to work with Superion, but I could not get it to work. Yeah, this plugs in right away, but with Silverbolt, I was having a struggle, so I don't think they work together. Okay, so you do that. Boom. Splits right like that. And then, actually, we're not going to throw them on. We'll take this arm off right here and throw Dead End on. Because I know this works because they showed it off. Evan, or one of the designers, I think it was Mark, shared it off on Instagram, so I know this works. Superion's antenna will never stay on, so we got to deal with that first. Alright. His arm is really on there. Like with Motormaster, you can just pull it right off. Like it just slides clean off. Here, it's a struggle, to say the least. There we go. Throw that arm on, like so. Boom! Yeah, you can really see what the upgrade kit does when you do this kind of stuff. That's cool, though. But yeah, look at that. That's nice. I want to see if the... Great. I want to see if the upgrade kit feet work on Superion as well, though. I know the back tabs won't work, but I want to see if the mold... No, it won't. Okay, so the feet are molded differently. I thought they'd be about the same, but they are not, so that will not work. So if you got the Menosaur upgrade kit, you can't customize it to make it work. Alright, well, it looks like the combiner joints are a lot tighter on Superion than Menosaur. But yeah, now we have a completed Superion, technically. Here's Superion rocking all of Menosaur's limbs. Look at Menosaur, he's sad, he's depressed. He's dead. Cool. Let's see now. Okay, I don't think this will work in the slightest, but let's grab the chest plate, whatever you want to call it, from Motormaster and see if this will work. Yeah, no, I don't know why I thought that would work. Everything is completely different. So, sadly, you cannot have Superion rocking the Decepticon insignia without applying stickers or something like that. That looks uncomfortable. Okay. So I think that's all, that's going to be all for today, guys. I'm sorry for the stuttering. It's terrible today. That's going to be all for today. That's all I got for Superion. If you got any final questions here that you want to ask me, go ahead. Feel free to ask them. And after that, we will call it a day. Actually, I want to do one more thing yet. Sword. Look at that. Okay, so let's give Superion a sword because that's just a cool idea. it'll work because this upgrade kit kind of sucks with tolerances. Please, please work. I need a cool shot to end this on. I mean, posable fingers are great and all, but like when it comes to putting accessories on them, it's a nightmare. Okay, so here we go. Here is Superion with Menosaur's sword. Skybound style. That's awesome. Superion is going on the offensive today, guys. Alright, so that's all, once again, I've got for today. Yeah. Curse your Walmart, have zero chug. Yeah, mine doesn't even have blockies. My Walmart kind of sucks. It only has deluxes, which is just Q and Devastation Optimus Prime, which, I mean, Devastation Optimus Prime is good, but when you already have it, I don't need another one. Alright, thank you guys all for showing up. It looks like we made it to the 50-minute mark again. Go me, 2 hours in the past 2 days. That's pretty good. Alright, have a great night, day, whatever it is. See you guys later. Goodbye.